Hello and welcome to the Financial Wellness Show. Today we are excited to see you once again, and we believe you are in good health and absolutely keeping financially healthy. Today we are going to discuss about something that we are in a fast world where everything is just a click of a button. You need anything, you just click a button, and unfortunately or fortunately, sometimes that is not what happens in our lives. We need something fast, but it does not happen. So, how can you get what you want faster? That's what we're going to discuss today. And our guest is Jing He. I hope I've pronounced it correctly. She's from
Perfect.
China. And she's a well-traveled professional. She's a therapist as well as an executive coach. So she is going to take us through the process of how you can get what you want fast. I mean, fast is the key word here. We want everything fast, fast, fast. So as before we can allow her to introduce herself, I would request you to share the link to your Facebook pages, Facebook groups, your Facebook timeline, as well as share our YouTube channel link to your friends, family, and your social accounts. And most importantly, be here with us. Let us know where you are watching us from and prepare your questions. And I'd also like to thank those who've already subscribed to our YouTube channel as well as those who followed us on Facebook and Instagram. We really appreciate your support and we believe the pages have been beneficial to you. Now, without further ado, Jing, please feel welcome and introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Sheila. And greetings, everyone. Wow. I mean, I would take a guess, a wild guess, if anybody who's tuning in here, you must have this incredible urge that thinking, you know what? I want something that's bigger and better, right? Better
Mhm.
fitness and health. Of course, the more money. This is what we're here for, right? The financial wellness center, so that we can be
Yeah.
in better, yeah, in better situation or status for this financial status, or maybe love relationships, because you see, we are all human, right? This is the fullness of being human. Or
Mhm.
maybe more satisfaction in your business or in your job, whatever it is that you're looking for, right? You're at the right place. And then the reason why I shared this message today is actually this is my quest. Ever since I grew up, I am a
Mhm.
rapid transformational therapist and a
Mhm.
executive coach, and also a energy healing practitioner. So and so
Mhm.
many other things as well. But I mean, just to narrow it down, the reason why
Mhm.
I set out for my journey of exploration is precisely because of this question. Because you see, most of the time we are so conditioned to believe a certain way of things need to be this way or that way. This is actually what's keeping us stuck or held
Mhm.
back, right? So then we're not
Mhm.
really going for our dreams or living our wishes and desires. Instead, we're running all these old programs. So, of course,
Mhm.
I grew up on a small farm village in Inner Mongolia, China. So, not too many years ago, I
Mhm.
was herding sheep and goats. So, you could imagine, right? I have gone through as much of the limitation, as much of the programming in the first place.
Mhm.
But again, I
Mhm.
set out to actually go for this quest, asking the question, why? I mean, no, this is definitely not it. There must be something more,
Mhm.
right? So then
Ah. Mhm.
somehow, there were some connections, I think, because when I was about 10 years old, I was herding sheep and goats. There's this airplane
Mhm.
literally flew over my
Ah.
head, and never happened like that before. It was so low and it woke me up.
Yeah.
Somehow I was so, energized, and I made a vow at the time that I wanted to travel around the world and doing the things that I love and making a difference wherever I go. And this is literally what I'm living my life this way now. right? And I take it as a kind of a message from the sky. So then I take it as my mission to spread and to share with people what's possible. Because now, as we have now understanding more about
Mhm.
being human, especially also from the mainstream science and also from my
Mhm.
exploration with this therapy, and the combination of it is like absolutely no doubt, no mistake, everything can be done. And I myself, with my practices, with my clients and patients, we literally did like this, the shift, right? Like when we talk about fast, and you were saying like the click the fingers, it can be
Yeah.
done. And it's possible. It's absolutely possible. And so my message here today to everyone is
Mhm.
everything is available to you, everything is possible, everything is just around us, right? And this is why I think also Sheila's work is so important, that she's holding the space and to share this information to support everyone. But one thing which I can share with you is that, as good as all this information is, but until
Mhm.
unless we have the support of our subconscious mind to have those programs in, nothing will work, because this is what I experienced in my journey. I come from such a limitation, right? We had nothing. My concept and
Mhm.
my system, subconscious programs about money is like zero, right? Until unless work
Yeah.
on that, all the other
Mhm.
information which I can actually receive and then work on my financial situation, also improve whatever the money that I receive. Because before that, I
Mhm.
couldn't, right? So this is what I will share
Mhm.
a little bit about the two programs that we have, the systems. One
Mhm.
is our conscious mind, the other one is our subconscious mind. So the conscious mind, this is the
Mhm.
science. They have done research and also they have observed and to understand as human being, our conscious mind is only about 5% or less.
Mhm.
This 5% or less includes our analytical mind, which means our ability
Mhm.
to make logic here. And then also, of
Mhm.
course, when we are awake, now we're talking, we are
Mhm.
communicating, and there's
Mhm.
willpower is here. And then also all your knowledge, all your degrees, anything that you
Mhm.
know, all here
Mhm.
is in our subconscious mind. This is only about 5% or less of you.
Mhm.
And then there's the
Mhm.
other 95%, which is the subconscious mind. This is where all your programs are. This is where your likes and dislikes, and this is where your habits are. You just wake up and you just do certain thing you don't even know, right? Or maybe sometimes you wake up and you just feel a certain way, or maybe heavy, and maybe like, oh my God, right? Like the time or the day is not going to be bright. So this is all because of the subconscious programs. Because you see, as human beings, it's so incredible. We all grew up with these programs. And these are the
Mhm.
programs that we use to survive, because we came to this world. Nobody gave us
Mhm.
a menu, right? Nobody gave us instructions saying how to be human. So the best way is actually just to program ourselves around the people, around us, around
Mhm.
the environment. Can you imagine, right?
Mhm.
That's all pretty much limited, pretty much irrelevant to who we are, also
Mhm.
what we are
Mhm.
now, right? Can you
Yeah.
imagine our
Mhm.
dreams and desires completely different from all those times? And yet, because those are the original programming, I call it original command, which I use analogy to
Mhm.
describe so people will understand in a bit. So
Mhm.
basically, when
Mhm.
you are running around with these original programs, mostly actually all of them is actually other people's programs, not
Mhm.
our own program, which our conscious
Mhm.
desires, wishes that we can actually use now to propel us to the greater heights. Right? Can you imagine
Mhm.
every day? Automatic. This is automatic 24/7. You just wake up,
Yeah.
it's there. Maybe you wake up at the certain moment, you're thinking, oh my God, I want this. I want actually more money, right? I want a better
Mhm.
financial health status, whatever. And yet I'm actually at this place, not really
Mhm.
serving me. And then that's where
Mhm.
the frustration, the despair sets in, and then
Mhm.
that becomes the tone of the day, right? So the events will start rolling from that place instead
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
from where you open, actually do something about this and then get yourself into the next
Mhm.
level. But again, this whole thing is so incredible. The only
Mhm.
power is here. The only power is you. But when you are not clear, that's when all of this confusion is set up. So I use an analogy to support all of us to understand why is so.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm sure pretty much everybody heard this movie called Aladdin's Lamp. You know the Aladdin's
Yeah.
Lamp genie? Yeah, there's a
Mhm.
blue genie in
Mhm.
there. So that genie
Mhm.
is our
Mhm.
subconscious mind. And then this is the
Mhm.
genie actually, the only intent, the only job is just to serve us, right? Like the loyal, obedient servant. It doesn't know good or
Yeah.
bad or right or wrong. That's the
Mhm.
subconscious mind. Can you imagine when you grew up as a little kid, right? You had your genie, you
Mhm.
wide open, you absorbed all of these things, you gave all these commands to your genie. This
Yeah.
powerful genie, which is infinitely powerful, it can create anything at all. Okay, so
Mhm.
not beyond anything we could imagine, right? Still working on
Yeah.
creating all of those old commands in your life for you. If you had
Mhm.
a conversation saying money doesn't grow on trees, right? Money is evil. The root of all evil is money. So these are
Mhm.
the commands you give to the genie. So the genie will work tirelessly, absolutely keep you
Mhm.
away from money. Are you kidding me? Forget about
Mhm.
that. You can
Mhm.
be as high a position as you want. Because I work with many clients, you wouldn't believe it that their status is incredible, but because of their subconscious beliefs, the original beliefs are
Mhm.
still keeping them away
Mhm.
from money. So they could earn money, but they couldn't keep the money. Imagine,
Mhm. Mhm.
because you see, they work so hard
Mhm.
to improve themselves in terms of their
Mhm.
jobs, in terms of their positions,
Mhm.
even including people who are
Mhm.
running businesses, but they
Mhm.
couldn't just bring that money or keep the money, let alone manage the money, right? So once we actually went back and then worked on this, and you wouldn't
Mhm.
believe it. You wouldn't believe it. So what
Mhm.
we can do is that this is also require access. In Aladdin's lamp, right? To access the lamp, there's
Mhm.
certain trick you need to do. You need to make
You
the lamp
you need to do something.
open
Yeah.
so that the genie can come out. This is the same thing for
Yeah.
human beings, right? Because you see, the first
Mhm.
7
Yeah.
years of our life when we're a
Mhm.
kid, this is the time when we
Mhm.
literally program ourselves to survive, and then that's the time
Mhm.
it's hypnosis. We were all
Mhm.
in hypnosis. So then
Yeah.
now the most effective way is actually we bring ourselves back into the hypnosis exactly the way how we were programmed. We can literally
Mhm.
connect with the genie and talk to the genie. And then we can discover what is holding us back. We can discover, oh
Mhm.
wow, this is actually this event happened. And then I made this kind of belief because you see also intense emotions is the
Mhm.
connection to the genie, right? So then once we discover all of these the root original command, right? We give it to the genie. We
Mhm.
see, oh wow, that's
Mhm.
why. And now you actually have the
Mhm.
access, right? You can tell the genie. You can tell the genie, say, you know
Mhm.
what? I don't want this anymore. No, this is not what I want anymore. Please clear it.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
genie will do that. We will literally together, this co-creation, right? We create that space, the new space, so the
Mhm.
genie can
Mhm.
actually get your command and clear that. So then we have
Mhm.
the space now programming to the new command, which is your from your wishes and desires, right? The kind of life, the
Mhm.
kind of
Mhm.
money, the kind of love relationship, the kind of health you want into
Mhm.
this. So now
And
your genie is
Jenny,
getting the command.
mhm. Yeah, I like the fact that you've given us a very good analogy of the Aladdin story. But I want you to talk about mindset shift. I know you are a well-traveled executive, and as in the beginning you mentioned something. You grew up in China, and as a child you were, tending sheep, looking. You were like a shepherd. Now,
Yeah,
how did you get to shift your mind to come from a small village in China to now a brand recognized globally, being uh, consulting for global people in the executive positions? What
yeah.
did you do? Like, how do you get to shift your mind to that level?
Yeah, thank you, Sheila. This is a great question. But first of all, I want all of us to
Mhm.
recognize this. Think
Mhm.
of it,
Mhm.
right? You all came from
Yes.
somewhere. small,
True.
big, whatever, it's some parts of the world, and you are here. And
Yeah.
the platform of
Mm-hmm.
Dubai or
Mm-hmm.
anywhere, right? Even getting the information, even maybe you are in Nairobi, maybe even a small village somewhere in Kenya or some other place, whatever it is, right? You're getting this
Mm-hmm.
information not for no reason, right? So that means
Yeah.
something's already called upon you. Because remember, I told you about that
Mm-hmm.
message from the sky. Because you see, I was
Yeah.
still this kid, right? No idea. But intrinsically, there's some desires that I have about going bigger. I want to be
Mm-hmm.
bigger and better. I want to be,
Yeah.
better than what I was, right? That was pretty much so limited. The furthest,
Mm-hmm.
can you imagine when I had that wow, the furthest I ever traveled was the end of the village. That was it.
Yeah.
This is the kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing which I want to share with you. The mindset shift is that considering all of you have already shifted your mindset, you're ready. So that's why you
Mm-hmm.
are able to receive this message. Because you see, I
Mm-hmm.
always say this, it takes readiness. Everything is within us. It's not because, we have to go somewhere, we have to get something in order to be. No, it's actually everything's within us. It takes that awareness. It takes you to actually
Mm-hmm.
wake up and then claim it. This is my work
Mm-hmm.
is about. It's about you actually get ready and wake up and claim your power and use your power to do all the
Mm-hmm.
amazing things, because this is our
Mm-hmm.
purpose here on this planet. As in the universe,
Mm-hmm.
the whole point of us being here is that we are
Mm-hmm.
here on the front line, at the leading edge
Mm-hmm.
of the
Mm-hmm.
expansion of the universe. And this is what
Mm-hmm.
God, or this is what the source, the divine want us to be. And we are
Yeah.
celebrated. We are supported with everything. This is the part which I said everything's giving, everything's available. Because
Mm-hmm.
think of it, if you
Mm-hmm.
have access to your genie, is there anything
Mm-hmm.
that's not available? Genie can make anything happen. But again, you got to be clear. You have to claim that power and make that connection. And then from there, then the
Mm-hmm.
only limitation is your imagination. But of course, there's no limitation to your imagination, right? Think of it. It is
Absolutely.
incredible.
Yeah.
So this whole world, this whole field is open up for this. So the mindset shift is actually it's so, let's say, it's by comparison,
Mm-hmm.
it's also another layer of constraining limitation. Think of it, every one of
Mm-hmm.
you is able
Mm-hmm.
to get anything
Mm-hmm.
and everything. What kind of
Yeah.
shift is that? This is huge. It's like
Mm-hmm.
boom, it's like taking the lid off. So then once the lid is off, the rest is
Mm-hmm.
all up to you. What do you want to do with this information? Are you going to really take it and then
Mm-hmm.
support yourself? Or are you going to just keep
Mm-hmm.
it and just knowing it? Because knowing doesn't make the difference until unless we literally live it and practice it, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. You might know, but if you're not going to use it, practice or make act on it, then it just remains an information. Somebody said, knowledge without action is not powerful. You may
Yeah.
have all the knowledge, but if you're not going to take action on that knowledge, then it just remains knowledge. There's no power coming from it. Now, I want us to discuss the question of the day: how to get what you want faster. Now,
Yeah.
would you tell us how to do that? Because you've
Yes.
already answered why I want this, when I want this, but we need to know how do we make it happen. Maybe you could just elaborate that
Yes.
to us. Yeah.
Absolutely. I will just quickly recap. So, how do we
Mm-hmm.
get everything fast? Imagine, right? What would be the most effective way for you? Now, knowing
Mm-hmm.
that we have the 5% conscious mind, this is the knowing, this is the knowledge which we're talking about, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
95% of us is the subconscious mind, is our genie. It's kind of like the iceberg. We are kind of like the tip.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
the majority of us actually submerged because it's called
Mm-hmm.
subconscious mind. It literally means you cannot
Mm-hmm.
see. It's hidden from
Mm-hmm.
you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to to just really point it out, how do we get anything fast? If you know this is 5% and this is 95%, would you still go from the 5% and struggle? Because this is what willpower comes in, right? Push,
Mm-hmm.
effort, struggle. And in order
Mhm.
to get something, how effective
Mhm.
is that? That's why it takes so long. Sheila, this is
Mhm.
why people are actually needing years of just be on it, be on it, be on it. Because this is coming from the
Mhm.
5%. Try to drive something into the 95%.
Mhm.
So how do we get
Mhm.
it anything that we want fast?
Mhm.
Voila, it's so simple. Just go directly to your 95%, talk to your genie, clear some of the old commands, and then you can give the new commands. And then this is how the miracles are happening. This is how everything is happening fast. All these rich people, some people they say, "Oh my God, I went from broke to a millionaire because I
Mhm.
helped people who
Mhm.
became like that also." How? It's because
Mhm.
not because we are not capable of having the money. It's because of the mindset. You said mindset. Because the subconscious beliefs are stopping
Mhm.
us from
Mhm.
getting all this stuff into us. Because you see, everything is
Mhm.
supplied, everything is provided,
Mhm.
everything is around us.
Mhm.
All the abundance is around us.
Mhm.
We can literally
Mhm.
get that. But first,
Mhm.
go to work on the 95%. If anything that you're struggling in life, anything that you're
Mhm.
working hard for, putting so much effort in,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
just sure to know there's no
Mhm.
subconscious programming supporting you
Mhm.
with this whatever
Mhm.
that you want. So if you know
Yeah.
this, right, the best way is just go
Mhm.
to the
Mhm.
subconscious mind, clear the old one, put in the new one. That's
Mhm.
it. You're
Yeah.
wired. You're supported.
Absolutely. And you have mentioned something that we have two parts of the brain, the 5% that does everything, and then we have the subconscious part that is like our control system. Now, how does one get to tap into their subconscious mind to be able to live effectively? Because you even mentioned earlier on, we have so much power within us. We just need to know how to tap into that. So maybe you
Yeah,
could let us know how to we can do
absolutely.
that, or how do you get to be aware that okay, this thought is not coming from my active 5% mind, but this is coming from my subconscious. You
Yeah,
know what
awesome,
I'm
awesome.
saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So first of all, I would like to clarify something. Okay, so this is not in the
Mhm.
brain. The brain
Mhm.
is only a kind of like a device that's receiving information. Okay, so now this is science has
Mhm.
literally discovered our brain is not something that our mind is in. Even our thoughts is not here, because now
Oh,
they have discovered all of
really?
these new devices. You know how they are measuring the thoughts? It's called
Uh-huh.
MEG. It's outside.
Okay.
It's literally outside
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
the field over here, and
Mhm.
then we can like
Mhm.
literally capture everything that's happening here. It's not in the brain.
Mhm.
So this
Yeah.
two-layered mind, which we're talking about, is absolutely
Mhm.
independent of our physical body. It
Ah,
is, yes,
okay.
the physical
Okay.
body we're using as like a radio receiver or something. We're receiving this information.
Mhm.
But this is
Mhm.
just how we are as human beings. That's what I call
Mhm.
cracking the human code. Once you understand
Uh,
how we are
mhm.
functioning, right? So then you
Mhm.
can
Mhm.
actually tap into that. So your question is,
Mhm.
how can we do that? So, well, I mean, there are many different ways if you look around, and
Mhm.
then most
Mhm.
actually, if you look around, the majority of it still tapping from the five
Mhm.
percent. That's why you see all of
Mhm.
this work which is happening all around that
Mhm.
need to long time and need you more
Mhm.
hours. Keep at it,
Mhm.
keep right? There are
Mhm.
some other ones still tapping into it, but still tapping from the subconscious mind. So that's why it also
Mhm.
takes longer. Like for example, tapping, tapping solutions EFT is also very effective because it's directly connected with the subconscious mind because you're tapping into the
Mhm.
meridian points. So this is one
Ah.
which I absolutely recommend. It's amazing in terms of getting rid of feeling lighter and also getting rid of stress, dealing with stress.
Mhm.
So this is
Mhm.
one solution. Breathing is also very powerful because our
Yeah.
breath is life, right? Breath is also directly
Mhm.
connected with everything. So breath
Mhm.
work is also wonderful. But again, all of this
Mhm.
is kind of like a more general point of
Mhm.
dealing with the subconscious mind. So the most specific one, the most effective one, which I discovered with all
mhm,
my years of exploration, because I have been in this field more than 10 years, right? So I have
mhm,
done everything and explored
mhm,
every part of it in the most effective ways, you know,
mhm,
'cause to answer my question first, right? How do I get all of this done fast? So the best way is actually using hypnosis, not any hypnosis. The hypnosis that we're using
mhm,
in the rapid
mhm,
transformational therapy is
mhm,
directly, right? Hypnosis is only a tool, right? So it's about
mhm,
how we actually go in there, identify what happened, and then
mhm,
also
mhm,
identify the root cause, which is the root command,
mhm,
the original command. And
mhm,
then we use all sorts of
mhm,
tools to clear those old commands. So then your subconscious
mhm,
mind, which is your genie, can now,
mhm.
oh, okay, now I know, my my master doesn't want this anymore, so it can work on
Yeah.
completely clearing that. So then the genie is opened up. Once then
Mhm,
you get a new command is coming from your
mhm,
wishes and desires, so the genie
mhm,
can literally carry out, no matter how big, okay, no matter how incredible it is, the genie will get it.
mhm.
It's kind of like
That's the
what
mind. Let me just cut you short, Jing. To our audience, the genie she's mentioning is just like a representative of the mind. So, because some people would be watching us and wondering, what's this genie that she's saying? So, just prefer mentioning the mind so people can get to understand because we are being watched globally.
Yeah, great, great. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's not only the part of the mind, it's kind of like a
yeah.
part of being human. We have the 5%,
Mm-hmm.
which is conscious mind, and then the
Yeah.
95%, which is subconscious mind. This is where
Mm-hmm.
everything, all our experiences being created from the subconscious mind,
Mm-hmm.
from the programming. This is
Mm-hmm.
what the genie, which we are referring to. This is the analogy, okay? This is what we use as an analogy to
Yeah.
help you understand better in terms of what we're talking about here, what kind of
Yeah.
power you have. Basically, you
Mm-hmm.
have your genie. Everybody has. Imagine, right? What
Mm-hmm.
be possible if everybody
Mm-hmm.
starting to actually access their genie, start to create from this abundance, from harmony, from everything that's available. The world
Mm-hmm.
would be instantaneously be a peaceful
Mm-hmm.
world, harmony, filled with abundance. Everybody's loving and respecting each other. There's so much abundance, right? There's no shortage.
Mm-hmm.
There's no lack.
Yeah.
This is the kind of world which
Okay.
I'm creating, right? And then I'm inviting everybody to come and participate, and then start to
Mm-hmm.
tap into your own power and create from
Mm-hmm.
your truth instead of letting other
Sure.
people dictate or directing you. So just quickly
Yeah.
sharing what's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Literally,
Mm-hmm.
people dealing with chronic illnesses. This is physical
Mm-hmm.
illnesses, also unexplained
Mm-hmm.
pain. All of this,
Mm-hmm.
just by tapping into this and get rid of the root cause, just in the
Mm-hmm.
winning session. It's two hours session. Okay, we do 2 hours session. That's it. Boom, like a
Mm-hmm.
click of the finger,
Yeah.
gone, disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like
Mm-hmm.
incredible, right? Most of the time when we think of physical stuff, it's depression, addictions,
Mm-hmm.
weight
Mm-hmm.
issues, infertility
Mm-hmm.
issues, money
Mm-hmm.
blocks. I had people who were,
Mm-hmm.
before they were working at a job, and then after the session, this is from Australia. This lady,
Mm-hmm.
just about months afterwards, literally, she
Mm-hmm.
didn't even apply for the job. Microsoft found her
Mm-hmm.
and offered her this
Mm-hmm.
bigger role, and then she received much bigger role. Right? She received
Mm-hmm.
overall more than $100,000
Mm-hmm.
in the whole package. That's like
Mm-hmm.
upgrade $100,000 package. Right? Can
Yeah.
you imagine? Right?
Mm-hmm.
This is all possible. This is like everyday person just
Mm-hmm.
utilizing their own power, achieving anything they want.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Whatever you
Sure.
open up for, because
Mm-hmm.
in this universe, it's literally just only self against self. We are the ones that against ourselves. The moment we
Mm-hmm.
remove that lid, we remove that, the beating, the pressure, the hammer from ourselves, that's called
Mm-hmm.
self-sabotage, right? That's we remove that,
Mm-hmm.
you get to really experience your true power. You can really create from that place instead of
Yeah.
the old place. So I know that we are already over time. Sheila, do you think we will have about 5-10 minutes more? So I want to do some exercise so let people experience
Okay.
it themselves without me just talking about it. So of course, whatever we'll be doing, it's more in the
Mm-hmm.
that's the demonstrative mode, right? But I want you to
Okay.
really experience your true power and then
Mm-hmm.
experience it firsthand, not just
Okay.
listen to me. You don't have to believe me. You decide for yourself. I want you to do it also,
Okay.
Sheila, so you can give me some feedback, okay? So what we do is
Yeah.
that first, I
It's.
want you to put your hands on your both hands, okay? If you're a lady, put your right hand first and then left hand
Mm-hmm.
on top, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
if you're a gentleman, put the left hand first on your heart center and
Mm-hmm.
then the right hand on top. So if you're a lady,
Mm-hmm.
put the right hand on top and then put the right hand
Mm-hmm.
on your heart center and then put left
Mm-hmm.
hand on top of it. So
Mm-hmm.
Sheila, would you like to
Mm-hmm.
participate?
No, let me watch first.
All right. So then I'm gonna
Yeah.
come to all of you who's here tuning in. Okay, please do this,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
afterwards you can share in the platform or wherever you're watching from. Comment below what you discover for yourself. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
as you're doing this, I want you to close your eyes gently. Okay, just take a couple of let's take 3 deep breaths. Okay, breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And one more time. Last time. You're doing really well. Okay. You have just connected with yourself from your heart center. By the way, this is the most important center. You can use this to calm yourself and do anything. So now I want you to put your hands like this. Okay. So put them together and rub them. Just rub them quickly. And you feel that warmth. You feel the energy being activated. And just
Mm-hmm.
as you feel that warmth, okay, so now I want you to take one like this, okay, so one hand with your index finger, okay, and then you just do the circles, okay, around your the other hand and just feel the energy and feel how incredible it is and just feel what you're feeling. If you are really doing it properly in tune with yourself and your energy, you will feel on this hand while you're doing circles, there's an energy circle on your hand. You can try it with the other hand as well. It's the same. You'll feel that energy just goes wherever your finger is pointing. Okay, so this is what are
Mm-hmm.
we talking about? The whole energy of the universe. What energy that
Mm-hmm.
creates the universe is within your hand. It's in your palms.
Mm-hmm.
This is how powerful you are. So the next one, which I really want to show you, your true power, you can command stuff. Okay. Of course, this is because we already done all of this, and I'll show you the access. So if you can just, put your palms together. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not really seeing. See if you have a indentation line,
Um,
the first one.
I think.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it will be quick.
I
It will be
think.
quick. Yeah.
Okay. Because
Yes, it
I
will
was
be quick.
thinking maybe I will attach the link to your YouTube where people can get to see most of the videos that you've done these
Perfect.
practicals, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
they'll also get to learn more from you because I know it's intense. Especially
Yeah.
you just mentioned it requires like 2 hours or so. And of course, I
Oh,
will also
yeah,
attach
that's the session.
your
Yeah,
website,
that's the session.
yeah, your website for those that would want to really
Perfect.
connect with you. Yeah, and I really want to say thank you so much. I know we are already past time, and it's I would really want us to continue, but yeah, we'll just attach your website and YouTube link for people to find you out. And
Perfect.
yeah, I can see there's some people who are saying we have real talk with Papa Martins. He's saying thanks for this important topic, as well as we have Khalil Mustaf Halil saying I'm absorbing and enjoying this the lady is so on point. So thank you so much, Jean. Maybe you
Yeah.
could mention to us, if someone is looking to contact you, how can they reach to you?
Yeah, perfect. On my website, there's a schedule link
Mhm,
for free consultation, so they can
mhm,
schedule if anyone who's interested and to do more. First, they can check out my website, and also you can share the YouTube channel. And then another one which I want to share is that I formed a healing circle, and this is out of my. I just want to contribute, right? There's a free Facebook
mhm,
group. Anyone can
mhm,
join, and then we have
mhm.
regular calls on Tuesdays, so basically, we huddle together
Okay.
and heal. This is the information that we can share together. As you are thanking
Mhm,
me, I really want to acknowledge
mhm.
and thank you and also everyone else who's tuning in here, because you see, you are making the difference by you receiving this
Mhm,
message. This is what we are here
mhm.
for, right? We're together making the difference, not only for ourselves, for the world around
Yeah,
us. This is what's most important.
absolutely.
So my question
That is
again
very
is,
true.
what you gonna do with
Mhm.
this information? This is the most important question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the most important. What you do with the information you get matters
Yes.
a lot. I have just shared the link to um your website, that is paramountshift.com, as well as your channel, YouTube channel, Jing
Yes.
He, and of course I will also share the Facebook link. It's a
Yes.
Facebook group, right?
Yes. It's a Facebook group. It's called the Healing Circle. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So once again, thank you so much, Jing. It has been quite an insightful session, and I know we have learned, our audience has learned how to shift their mindset and change the things they don't want to see to the things that they want to see. And I also like to thank our audience for being here with us throughout this session. We really appreciate your presence and support. So until then, we hope to see you in our next session. That is tomorrow for the Wealth Wednesday show. Do join us and ensure you keep living financially healthy. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Oh, just a sec.